Some people are passionate about cars. Some people are passionate about fashion. Some people are passionate about sports. At Pacific Rim, we're passionate about Riesling. This is Pacific Rim 101. There are 5 things every wine lover should know about Pacific Rim. We are Riesling zealots. Washington's Columbia Valley, home of Pacific Rim, is ideal for growing Riesling. We craft world-class, affordable wines. Our wines pair brilliantly with a wide variety of foods, and we place a high value on sustainable practices. Let's start with a little history. Pacific Rim was created by globally recognized winemaker, visionary, and industry iconoclast Randall Graham. Randall's interest in Riesling was first piqued when he was turned on to the variety while working at a Beverly Hills wine shop in the 1970s. When Randall founded Bonnie Doon Vineyard several years later and established himself as a preeminent winemaker, his interest in Riesling grew to a passion. And back in 1993, that passion birthed the Pacific Rim Dry Riesling. Pacific Rim Dry Riesling continued to attract believers and gathered a rather cultish following. Pacific Rim Dry Riesling had complexity and depth with crisp acidity. This differentiated the wine from the one-dimensional, purely sweet Rieslings that occupied the wine aisle at the time. Pacific Rim Dry Riesling wine was originally crafted to be a perfect pairing with Asian cuisine. Thus the Asian iconography and the geisha on the label rising from the seashell, a nod to Botticelli's Birth of Venus. The name Pacific Rim is inspired by the exceptional Riesling grown along the Pacific Rim coast of the U.S. and the abundance of flavorful cuisines found throughout the entire Pacific Rim region. As his Pacific Rim Dry Riesling grew in popularity, Randall had a big idea in 2006. Why not create a Riesling-focused winery in Washington's Columbia Valley? Randall asked his management team in Santa Cruz, all of them Riesling zealots, to move to the Northwest, where the grapes were grown for Pacific Rim Dry Riesling. The Pacific Rim Winery and brand was born, and to this day, Randall remains the owner, visionary, and seasoned advisor behind Pacific Rim. The Pacific Rim team of Riesling zealots is led by winemaker and general manager Nicholas Kie. Our goal is to be the leading Riesling winery in the world, crafting world-class wines and converting new Riesling zealots along the way. Why are we Riesling zealots? Because no other grape variety has the profound versatility of Riesling. The ability to express itself in wines of glorious depth and character, from bone dry to moderately sweet to dessert sweet. Also, Riesling simply tastes fantastic with almost any food you think of. We produce 9 Rieslings in our family of wines across this taste profile scale: dry Riesling, sweet Riesling, organic Riesling, sparkling Riesling, Wallula Vineyard Biodynamic Riesling, Solstice Vineyard Riesling, and our Vin de Glacier Riesling. Washington's Columbia Valley, home of Pacific Rim, is ideal for growing Riesling. Riesling is happiest in climates with warm days and cool nights during the ripening season, and southeastern Washington's high desert climate is just the ticket. And the soils of the Columbia Valley, born of the Missoula floods and prolific volcanic activity, lend uncompromised character to our wines. During the last ice age, the Missoula floods wreaked havoc on the landscape of the Columbia Valley, with torrents of water equal to 10 times the strength of all the world's rivers carving the landscape, creating features like the mighty Columbia Gorge. This geographic calamity created fast-draining, nutrient-poor, and mineral-rich soils comprised of basalt bedrock, granite flood deposits, and wind-blown loess. These soils force our vines to work hard for nutrients, and as we all know, a hard-working vine makes for grapes of great depth and character, and grapes of great depth and character make for award-winning wines. At Pacific Rim, we believe that world-class award-winning wines should not demand world-class price tags. It's our mission to craft wines of the highest quality and make those wines available to everyone. Our core family of wines, with the broadest distribution, has received rave reviews by the industry's most influential writers and competitions. And the response from the industry gurus to our single vineyard wines has been, well, off the charts. As every Riesling zealot will tell you, Riesling is a perfect food wine. Every bottle of Pacific Rim wine is crafted to perfectly complement all manner of cuisines. From Asian fusion to Mediterranean, to Middle Eastern to Mexican, Riesling loves flavorful cuisine. Our winemaker, Nicolas Quillet, is a true foodie at heart, so he meticulously crafts our wines with an eye toward the foods with which they'll be paired. At Pacific Rim, we encourage our fans to experiment with Riesling. Enjoy our dry Riesling with foods as diverse as sashimi, pork, and roasted vegetables. Our sweet Riesling is dynamite with spicy foods like ceviche, curries, and Szechuan orange beef. Or the sweet Riesling is brilliant simply as an aperitif. Our organic Riesling is ideal with farmers market salads, grilled fish, and all manner of cheeses. Our Wallula biodynamic Riesling is a perfect pairing with chicken in a cream sauce, or fish with a beurre blanc. Our white flower sparkling is fantastic on its own, or with a tray of oysters. And our dessert vin de glacier is incomparable with creme brulee, as well as a mixer in vodka cocktails. That's the fun of Riesling. Its versatility opens a world of flavors for your palate. Finally, all of our winemaking practices and every part of our business are closely managed to optimize sustainability, making as little impact as possible on our planet. Pacific Rim is a certified organic producer by the Washington State Department of Agriculture. Additionally, we have the first and only Demeter-certified biodynamic winery in Washington State, and we've banned non-sustainable vineyard practices from hard herbicides to heavy watering. At our winery, we've introduced techniques to lower our electrical and water use. We've even switched to low-weight glass to reduce our glass use and, consequently, our carbon footprint from freight demands. Even our offices are located in a Platinum LEED building, one of only 28 such buildings in the world. And for good measure, 25% of our staff bike to work. So let's recap the 5 things every wine lover should know about us. We are Riesling zealots. Washington's Columbia Valley, home of Pacific Rim, is ideal for growing Riesling. We craft world-class, affordable wines. Our wines pair brilliantly with a wide variety of foods. And we place a high value on sustainability. At Pacific Rim, we take great care in every aspect of the wines we craft. Whether you're a Riesling zealot or exploring Riesling for the first time, we believe you'll taste that care in every glass. This has been Pacific Rim 101 by Pacific Rim Winery.